Hey everybody, Evan Kirstel here live. We are coming from Las Vegas where UiPath is showcasing its latest and greatest AI and Gen AI capabilities. Bobby Patrick, how are you?
Evan, it's great to be here. It's great to be here with you virtually. Next time, hopefully, we're together. But yeah, this conference at AI4 is blown away my expectations. It's really amazing to see the quality of the enterprises that are here that are all trying to figure out how do I make AI work? How do I make all of these boardroom visions now actually work with AI? So I'm doing well, Evan.
Fantastic. And for those two people watching who may not have heard of UiPath, first of all, where have you been? Secondly, maybe introduce yourself and UiPath to those folks, in particular, your AI push over the last many months.
Yeah. So I've been with UiPath coming on 6 years now. We were the startup out of Romania. We're just moving to New York City. Founder Daniel Dinez, an amazingly kind, great guy, super technical whiz. Moved the company from headquarters to New York City. I joined. We were, I don't know, 20 million ARR. That's annual recurring revenue. Now we're 1.2 billion dollars plus in just 6 years. So, but more importantly, it's been a ride where we've created this automation software that it really liberates and frees humans from the mundane and rote. And now, thanks to kind of AI powered automation, actually helps humans make better decisions, becomes more of an assistant to solve complex problems in critical industries like healthcare and advancing cures or improving patient access or patient support and or airlines or any industry. So the technology has really evolved in a tremendous way, and we've got about 10,000 plus customers right now. Most of the Fortune 2000 worldwide, and they rave about how they've created a digital workforce that now augments their human workforce, which is important in the world of constrained labor. With UiPath robots and our automation software to make their lives better and to ultimately to accelerate human achievement, which is kind of what we're all about.
Fantastic mission, and you're everywhere, so many events. But why is AI4, this particular event, so interesting and important and timely for UiPath?
Evan, in 2017, we got on stage at Forward One, which was our first kind of signature event, and we're on Forward 6 this year. It's crazy. But I remember when we created it, one of the things we talked about was that actually automation and our core technology at the time called robotic process automation, RPA, actually is the best path to apply AI in the enterprise, because you can basically attach a machine learning model to an actual workflow or the data that flows through a workflow that touches many applications. And at the time, that was pretty much out there. People were like, "Oh, okay, let's just focus on automating a task." But that was what we talked about at the time. And since then, we've been putting more AI in our technology stack, where we can, our robots can look at a computer screen like humans, can help make decisions, can do, turn a rules-based workflow into an experience-based workflow where it improves over time based on the experience that a robot or an automation learns. So AI has kind of been growing inside of us, but also the fact that we were able to actually go into how our customers want to apply their own AI. So it's been pretty core to our business. And then I think last year, in our chat GPT and this AI euphoria that, Evan, I'm sure you talk about often, it's now the center of of almost every customer conversation. And so we've leaned into that. We're AI4 is one of the largest conferences dedicated to AI in the enterprise. We're a top sponsor here. We're the track sponsor for the generative AI track. And we've already done a great demo with rounds of applause from the audience when they saw what our technology can do in terms of integrating in kind of open AI chat GPT with automation workflows. And so we really belong here. And we're really an AI company that we defined AI powered automation, Evan, before every company put AI powered in front of their product lines. We actually, so I'll have to change that Forward 6 this year. But it's a great event. And I tell you, government customers are here, large enterprises, and they're looking to learn about responsible AI. They're looking to learn about, how to get around AI bias or AI pollution, how to deploy AI into, customer service use cases, into mission critical use cases, how to worry about, fraud and other things. So it's a real hands-on conference, and it's pretty tremendous.
Tremendous indeed. And you made some pretty tremendous announcement today, a flurry of announcements. Any in particular you want to share with us here?
Yeah, so we've been on a journey over the last, say, 6 months to really begin to apply kind of natural language technologies, in the case of OpenAI inspiration, to our own platform in two key areas. And today we announced the private preview, which you can go and register for on insider.uipath.com, where you can actually use natural language to help create automations. And today we demoed and showed what we call Project Wingman, name forthcoming at when we unveil this publicly in Forward 6. But essentially, you use natural language. Say, hey, I want to go pull from my Salesforce account, all this customer information for customers over revenue of 100 grand. I want to apply these restrictions to that data, and I want to generate an email from ChatGPT. I want to review that email before it's sent out, and I want to send it out, later today. And all of that produces a workflow that used to have to drag and drop in Studio, just produces the whole workflow right in front of you. So now you've just cut down the time to automate by like 80%, right? Because the workflow is constructed for you. So all you have left are, kind of going through and picking out and verifying maybe thresholds or qualifications or variables or other kinds of things. But so one big announcement really is the availability now of that natural language interface to our flagship product called UiPath Studio. Essentially, what we're going to do is help ultimately make every employee of a company an automation creator. And then we started kind of teasing out other big announcements for us as well. So we have another project called Codename Jarvis, which applies automation to our assistant tool, which is what an end user might use, say an airline agent or an airline customer service representative or an insurance representative. And today they use that assistant to kind of kick off automations that were pre-built by a center of excellence. That end user will be able to create automations. That end user will be able to talk in and say, I want to launch an automation that does X, Y, and Z. So what we're really showing here is real natural language interfaces to the entire process of both creating and consuming automations.
So exciting. And Project Wingman brings together not just natural language, but AI computer vision. So you can get a
That's
deep
right.
understanding of a computer screen with Gen AI. I mean, this is well ahead of the curve here in terms of capabilities, it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of competitors and a lot of noise out there that talk about some basics. So this is real working code. It's available now in private preview, public preview, maybe 4 or 6 weeks, and then at commercial in Forward 6. So we have the largest R&D effort in the world devoted to AI powered automation by orders of magnitude, right? So these guys are hard at work and delivering some great stuff, Evan.
Fantastic. So many tools, so little time to experiment with. I'm excited to get my hands on Microsoft's CoPilot. Now, how is Wingman, different from compared to tools like CoPilot or others that are out there
Yeah,
in the
I think
enterprise
Copilot's
today?
been good, sort of like OpenAI with Microsoft. I mean, it
Mhm.
kind of legitimized it, in the world of the enterprise. Copilot, I think, helped give the kind of excitement about, oh wow, I can talk to my computer and and produce some kind of code as a result of human language. I think the challenge though is Microsoft is trying to be everything to everyone, and the reality is that actually applying AI to real use cases requires deep capability sets that can actually address those use cases. And I think in the world of automation, where we understand the computer screen, where we understand and interact with many applications, not just Microsoft Stack applications, but whatever applications you might use, even legacy systems, spreadsheets, Google Sheets, that heterogeneous way that you really work. I mean, I'm sure, Evan, you have your own tech stack, right? I mean, you probably use a few different tools for every day, maybe a dozen, right? The ability to actually build a workflow and understand how those interoperate. It's something that's very unique to the UiPath platform. And so I think Copilot set a vision. I think it's still not available in beta until October. Evan, you probably know better. But I think we're really delivering on that in the world of automation, and it makes a big difference. And I think, Evan, the biggest example is that Microsoft's a partner of ours. We're a friend of me. They obviously are close to open or closed AI, whatever you want to call them. They're not here at this conference. I'm I'm shocked. AI, you've got Deloitte here, you got HP here, you got all these great companies, PwC, AWS. The reality is these companies or customers are looking to figure out how do I really apply automation and AI algorithms to how work gets done and do that in a way that is secure with governance and such. And I think UiPath on the front end of making that part happen. And Microsoft's doing a great job of umbrella vision and air cover.
Well, we appreciate your leadership in this space. And speaking of which, Forward 6 coming up in just 2 months. My first Forward 5 last year. And wow, what an amazing community. What an amazing event. You guys did a phenomenal job. Tough to beat last year, but I guess you're going to try. What can we expect?
I've said that every year since Forward 1, which was in New York, Forward 2 in Miami. At Forward 1, we overtook the Marriott, whichever big one, Marriott Marquis or whatever it was. And it was they were too big for us. Then we went to Fontainebleau in Miami. I wish, Evan, you'd been there. That was awesome. Then we couldn't fit in there. Then went to the Bellagio in Forward 3, and now we couldn't fit there. We're actually here in the MGM. We'll get 4,000 or 5,000 people. We're ahead of all the numbers in terms of interest and sponsorships. And I think, it's a defining moment, a defining event for not only automation, but for enterprise AI. And we've got, we're going to be taking this world to a whole new level with big announcements on stage, about 225 customer-led talks, right? These are, real and these aren't basic use cases in task automation anymore, right? These are, how am I really transforming, HR? How am I really transforming supply chain, right? The Intel chief trade officer, I just was on with him recently. He's going to speak about revolutionizing, finally, in 30 years of him doing this work, the ability to drive more efficient compliance and trade across 100 countries, right? So this is real use cases that's delivering real huge value. In some cases, $1 billion plus value, like at a Cigna or something. So yeah, this is gonna be a great one, Evan. I promise we'll top it, or I'll buy you some drinks and you can tell me what I can do better, and we'll do that anyway.
All right. Well, October 9th, sign up, pencil it in. I know there are a lot of overlapping and competing events, but this is one not to miss for sure. Well, Bobby, you have a busy next day or two as the event rolls up. What are you looking forward to next? What's next on the agenda?
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. We watched today Spot the robot walk upstairs and down to like a dog robot going up and down, and how it used computer vision to see the room, and to be able to take, if you take a picture of Spot the robot, it actually poses for you. It's really impressive. And, that computer vision technology on top of a physical robot, it's not much different than our computer vision technology. It's like a human looking at a screen, right? And that the comparison is actually a very real one. But the innovation here has been amazing. MasterCard, their chief data officers on stage, all about AI governance. Like the thought leadership right now on stage. Our chief strategy officer, Brandon Deere, was on stage. And Evan, he was so cool. He had the CEO of Do Not Pay, Joshua Bounden, up there. And they talked about, how, you can right now go to Do Not Pay, and for $36, you can have your own lawyer fight back against robocalls. You can get $1,500 back for every robocall you get to your phone. He promised you didn't know how to fight that. Well, they actually have a solution for doing it. I'm going to post a video later, Evan. You got to watch it. It is the coolest thing. So he interviewed he talked about how his robots fight back, to win, better outcomes against the chatbots at Comcast on, when you're pissed off at your cable company, right? So really amazing talks, and I'm looking forward to more of them. And I think UiPath having a front and center stage at what may be one of the most important AI in the enterprise events this year showcases our determination to lead the AI era for the rest of this decade.
Well, so exciting. The most exciting time in my career, probably yours, and exciting days at UiPath. Well, thanks for taking a few minutes to share, insights and opportunities. And we'll see you at Forward 6. All right. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Evan. Take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.